Okay, children. So, good morning, children. So, in today's session, what we are going to discuss is that, so we are going to understand these topics. That is, repetition of tasks, a necessity, and then the range function, the operators in and not in operators. So, iteration or looping statement. And then in the iteration and looping statement, we are going to understand for loop. So when we start our lesson, so we have discussed about there are three different flow of control. What are all the three different flow of control? You can give answer.
Sequence, selection, and iteration.
Yes, okay. So it is sequential, selection, and iteration. So these three are the different flow of control. Right, okay. So sequential execution is the one in which all the statements in a program that will be executed for all the times, that is all time. Whenever you execute, every time all the statements will be executed in an orderly manner. Statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, statement 4, like that. So it will be executed in an orderly manner. That is called as sequential execution. So before we start this particular chapter, what are all the programs that we have written so far till chapter 7? All those programs come under the category of sequential execution. What do you mean by selection? So in the selection, so the set of statements will be executed based on the condition. Okay, so that's why that is called as a decision construct or conditional construct, right? Okay, so and then we have under that particular category, our Python provides a if control structure to do the selection execution, right? Okay, so under the selection execution only we have discussed about if else, nested if elif control structure. All those structures helps to implement selection control structure, right? So what is the last type? That is iteration. So what do you mean by iteration? So iteration, it's nothing but repeating the same task again and again. Okay, I want to evaluate the total and then average, or I want to evaluate the salary for the employees. Okay, so I'm having 500 plus employees in my organization. I want to evaluate the salary based on their basic salary, allowance, and then deduction, everything I have to evaluate. So there is a formula for that. Okay, so to do so, I will not be writing the coding for 500 times. So instead, I will be writing the statements that are required to do the evaluation, salary evaluation only once, and that can be executed for 500 times or whatever may be the number of times that is required. So that is what we call it as repetition, right? Okay, so many times in many situations we will be repeating the same task again and again for the n number of times, so depending on the number of users. So what is the facility that is available in Python to repeat the task, to repeat the set of statements repeatedly? So that is what we are going to understand here, right? Okay, so to do the repetition, there are some functions which will helpful to do the repetition. That first we are going to understand that, which is your range function, and then how the operators in and not in operator, we have already discussed about it. Okay, so the in and not in operator are called as membership operator. How these membership operator are going to help me in repeating the task, that I am going to understand. So after understanding these two, we are going to start with for loop. That is, under iteration and for looping statement, your Python provides two types of iteration, which is counting loop and then conditional loop, right? Okay, so we are going to start with counting loop, which is your for loop. Okay, so this is what we are going to understand today, right? So what do you mean by repetition of tasks? There are many situations where you need to repeat the same set of tasks again and again. like making dosa or calculating the total and rank for all the students, etc. Right? Okay. So these tasks I have to repeat it n number of times. Okay. To carry out the repetitive task, Python provides the following iterative or looping statement. What are all the iterative or looping statements that are available, Abhina? So the first one is called as conditional loop. So what do you mean by conditional loop? So conditional loop, it's nothing but the set of statements that will be repeated as long as the condition is satisfied. I repeat, what do you mean by conditional loop? So from the name itself, you will be able to understand that the conditional loop means that the set of statements that will be repeated based on the condition. As long as the condition is true, the set of statements will be executed. When the condition becomes false, it will stop executing the set of statements and it will come out of it. We will be understanding this in greater detail when we talk about while loop. So this is the definition for conditional loop. Based on condition, the set of statements will be repeated. That is the point. What do you mean by counting loop? Again, from the name itself, you can understand that counting, okay, for a countable number of times. I want to do this. I'm having 45 children. I'm having 55 children in my class. I want to evaluate the average mark for 55 children. So I very well know that this set of tasks to be repeated for 55 times. Okay, so making dosa does not like that. As long as you need dosa, okay, you may be hungry one day or you may not be that hungry. Sometimes you will be eating 3 or 4. Sometimes you will be eating 7 or 8. Okay, so it is depending on the condition. Whereas in counting loop, Abhina, so I know this is the number of times, okay, that particular task to be repeated, Abhina. So that is called as counting loop. So to do the counting loop, we have a for loop in Python. So that is what we are going to understand in today's session. Is that clear? So what do you mean by repetition of tasks? So the name explains, okay, I'm going to repeat the same task again and again. That repetition can be done based on condition or based on the count. Condition, Abhina, as long as the condition is satisfied, the set of statements will be executed. Counting for the countable number of times, for 10 times or 20 times, for the countable number of times, I am going to execute the loop. That is called as counting loop. Right, okay. So to do the counting loop, we need to understand, we need to use the range function. Okay, so range, it is the built-in function which is available in Python, which is used to generate the sequence of numbers. Okay, so the range function of Python generates a sequence of list type. Okay, sequence of list type. So we have already discussed about different data types, numbers, string, okay, and then we have also discussed about list, tuple, and then dictionary. So and then what do you mean by list? Your list is nothing but it is a list of numbers enclosed within square bracket, that is called as a list. Okay, the list of values. So the range function, the range is a function. Okay, so that function, what is the return type of range function, Abhina? The range function, it will return the list as a data type. What will be the elements of the list, Abhina? That is what we are going to understand. The sequence, a sequence in Python is a succession of values bound together by a single name. Okay, so here they are explaining what you mean by sequence. Okay, the range function of Python generates a sequence. So what do you mean by sequence? Sequence, it is nothing but it is the set of values given a common name. Okay, when you say hello, hello is a string, but in that hello we are having 5 characters, H, E, L, L, O. There are 5 alphabets. For the 5 alphabets, I am giving some common name. Right, okay, so that is what we call it as a sequence. Okay, so a sequence, it's nothing but the set of values that is given a common name, that is called as a sequence. Your list is a sequence, your string is a sequence, Your tuple is a sequence. Your range function, that will return a sequence type information. Okay, the return type of your range function is sequence of list type. Okay, I always say that whenever you learn about any function, what you have to learn properly, you have to learn what is the name of the function, what are all the parameters of that function, what is the return type from that function. All these three things you have to learn it very clearly. Only then you will be able to use the function effectively. Okay, for example, input function. What is the return type of input function?
String.
String. Okay, you should know that. What is the return type? What value will be returned by that function? You should be very clear about it. So similarly, your range, it is a function that will return the sequence as a data type. That will return the sequence as a data type. So what is the general syntax of a range function, Abhina? So this is the general syntax. Okay, so range, what is the general syntax? It is range of lower limit, comma, upper limit, comma, step value. That is, these are all nothing but the parameters to a range function. Okay, range, it is a function name, R-A-N-G-A. Range, it is a function name. It should be written in all small case, that is small letter. So it can take three parameters. That is, the first parameter is lower limit, upper limit, and then step value. Okay, that is, you can simply understand that L, U, and then S. Okay, so from the name itself, you will be able to understand to some extent. So what is the lower limit? So we told that your range function, it will return the sequence of list type. So in that sequence, what information will be there, Abhina? It will generate the list of numbers. And the list of numbers, lower limit என்னவா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றத you have to specify it in a lower limit. Okay, so in the list of sequence அப்படின்னா வந்துட்டு it will be generating the list of values like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 or 0 1 2 3 or minus 1 0 1 2 3 whatever. Okay, this is the sequence of or list of elements. So in the list of elements what should be your lower limit? Okay, what should be your lower limit? Okay, so that should be specified as the first parameter. So the second one is upper limit. So upper limit abhina, till what number you want to generate the list. Okay, so I want to generate the list up to 10, or I want to generate the list up to 100 number. Okay, so what is the upper limit of your list? What do you mean by step value? So step value, it's nothing but whether it should be, that is, whether it is a sequential number 1 2 3, or I want to follow some step value. I want to generate the sequence of numbers like 5 10 15 20 25 like that. Okay, so here the first number, and then what is the difference between the first and second number? It is 5. So that is your step value. So from the lower limit to upper limit, how the values will be generated? So the values will be generated from lower limit, comma, lower limit plus step value. So plus lower limit plus step, like that. So it will be incremented by a step value. I repeat, lower limit, it's nothing but this is the beginning of the list of elements. Okay, so and then upper limit, that is nothing but the Abhishek, please be careful with your mic. Make sure that your mic is turned off.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thanks, dear. Okay, so what is the lower limit? Lower limit, it is nothing but that is the beginning in the list of elements. What is the beginning? Okay, that is your lower limit. So what is your upper limit? till what number you wanted to have the list. That is your upper limit. What is the step value? So when you are generating a sequence of number, how it should be generated, okay? So whether it is incremented by 1 or 2 or 3. So if you give the step value as 2 abdina, and if you are giving the lower limit as 1 abdina, then it will give the list of values as 1 plus 2 was what? 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So it will generate the list of numbers as 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. So yeah, so how to generate the step value? Incremented by what value? What will be the difference between the two numbers that is present in the list? That is your step value. Is that clear? We are going
Yes,
to
ma'am.
have a number of examples. So in the இப்போதைக்கு புரியுதா இது?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, lower limit எங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும், upper limit எங்க முடிக்கணும், step value ஒவ்வொரு நம்பரையும் எந்த டிஃபரன்ஸ்ல ஜெனரேட் பண்ணணும், 5, 10, 20 இல்ல 100, 200, 300 அப்படியா? Okay, so what is the increment value? Okay, that is your step value. So this is the general syntax of your range function. Okay, so it will generate a list having value starting from L to U. Okay, L to U minus 1. U minus 1 abdina, if you give the upper limit as 10 abdina, then it will generate the number up to 9 only. Okay, 1 comma 10 abdin kudukren abdina, then it will generate the list of values from 1 up to upper limit minus 1. So yeah, so it will generate the numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it will generate the value starting from lower limit to upper limit minus 1 incremented by step value. So among the three parameters, L and S are optional parameters. Okay, so this particular range function, actually you can use it in 3 different ways. Okay, 3 different ways abina. So moonu vidama, there are 3 parameters here. Okay, it is not necessary that you have to specify all the 3 parameters all the time. So you can use the range function with only 1 parameter. You can use the range function with 2 parameter, or you can use the range function with 3 parameter. So when you are using only 1 parameter abina, what should be that parameter abina? That is only upper limit. Okay, that is a mandatory parameter, mandatory value that you have to specify. Okay, that is what we are going to understand. Okay, so in the lower limit illama, you can use a range function. Step value illama, you can generate the range function. So how to do abindradha we are going to see next. Okay, so the first variation of first usage of range function is specifying only the number. Okay, range of some number. When you specify that, this form of range function creates a list of numbers from 0 to number minus 1. 0 to number minus 1. Okay, so range of 5 abin kudutha abina, that will by default. Okay, so the lower limit, it will take it as a 0 value. Okay, range of 5 abina, that will generate the list of values starting from 0 to 5 minus 1. Okay, so the form of range function creates the list of numbers from 0 to number minus 1. So number 8 abin kudutana enna kedaikum, you will get the list of values from 0 to 7. சரியா, range of 5 அப்படினா 0 ல இருந்து ஒரே ஒரு நம்பர் மட்டும் நீ கொடுத்த அப்படினா அந்த நம்பர் என்னவா எடுத்துக்கும் அப்படினா that will be treated as your upper limit. Okay, so upper limit அப்படினா what is the lower limit அப்படினா by default it will take the lower limit as 0. சரியா, so the range of 5, it will generate the numbers from 0 to 5 minus 1. So the list generated is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you give range of 2 abina, then it will generate the value from 0 to 2 minus 1. So it will generate the list 0, 1. Clear? Okay, so if you specify only one number, so 0 to that number minus 1, right? So the next one is range of lower limit, upper limit. When you specify two value, so then it will generate a list starting from lower limit to upper limit minus 1. Okay, so always the upper limit minus 1, till that it will generate, right? Okay. So if you give the ranges, range of 2, 7. So what is the lower limit? It is 2. So up to which I have to generate up to 6. That is 7 minus 1, 6. Okay. So it will generate the list of values 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this is the list generated when you use a range of 2, 7. And then if you give range of 45, 50 abdina, then it will generate the number 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, right? Okay. So if you specify two numbers, so the first number that should be a lower limit, and the next number it should be your upper limit. Okay. So lower limit to upper limit minus 1. Okay. And then if you give with all the parameters, abdina, so it will generate the list of values. So starting from lower limit up to upper limit minus 1 incremented by step value. So if you give 5, 15, 3 abdina, so what should be the first number? The first number should be 5. So 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 3 is 11, 11 plus 3 is 14. Okay, so up to that is 15 you cannot have. Okay, so before that number whatever you have, so till that number it will generate. Okay, so what will happen if you give range of numbers? Okay, in the decreasing order also you should be you will be able to generate the list. So range of 9, 3, minus 2, you can give that. So when you do so, so it will generate the number from 9 to 3 minus 1. Okay, so 9 to 4 it will generate. Okay, so 9 minus 2 is 7, 7 minus 2 is 5. Okay, so till that it will generate. Okay, so if you give range of 10, 200, 50 abdina, so the first number is 10, that will be incremented by 50 abdinrapo, it will give 60, 60 plus 50 which is 110, 110 plus 60 is 150, 150 plus 10 pota 210 podum, so which is beyond the upper limit, so that number it should not be included. Okay, so that number should not be included. Okay, so this is how your these are all the different methods you can use your range function. Okay, so range of one number, range of lower limit and then upper limit, range of lower limit, upper limit incremented by step value. Just look into it whether you understand that or not. Just have a look at it. Is that clear, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Shall we go to the next concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Okay, so the next one is operators in and not in. So in and not in, these two are the membership operators. Okay, the operator tests now if a given value is contained in a sequence or not and returns true or false accordingly. Okay, in and not in abdinale enna artham, whether the particular value is present in the sequence, whether the particular value it is not present in the sequence, accordingly it will give you the result true and false. Okay, so look at the example that is given here. 3 in 1 2 3 4 5, 3 வந்து இந்த லிஸ்ட்ல இருக்கா? Yes, it is. So 3 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will give you the result as true. Okay, so how you have to read this? Okay, whether Karthik is in the meeting. Yes, he is in. Whether Surya is in the meeting, yes, he is in. Okay, so whether that particular number, it is a participant or a member of the particular sequence. Okay, so that is what. So 3 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it present? Yes, it is present. So it will return the value true. 7 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is 7 is present in the list? No, it is not. So it will return the value false. Okay, so here you can have any value, and then here you can have any sequence. Okay, so here I'm having the number and I'm checking in the list of numbers. So here I'm checking a character in a string, whether H is present in hello. Yes, so it will return the value true. O not in hello. No, so it will return the value false. Okay, so O, it is present in hello. So when you use not in operator, then it will return the value as false. Right? Okay, A not in hello, then it will return the value true. Okay,
False.
A is not present in the sequence, present in the word hello. Okay, this is your in and not in operator, which is used to check whether this particular character is present in the sequence or not. Okay, this is your in and not in operator. Okay, so if you're clear with the range and then in and not in operator, we can start with for loop. So shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now comes the iteration or looping statement, whatever I've already told you. So it's repeated once again. The iteration statements or looping statements allow set of instructions to be performed repeatedly until a condition is fulfilled. So Python provides two kinds of loops. We have already discussed counting loop, the loop that repeat a certain number of times. So Python's for loop is a counting loop. So conditional loop, the loop that repeat until a certain thing happens. Right? Okay. So that is they keep repeating as long as some condition is true. Okay. So Python's while loop is a conditional loop. Two loops, counting loop and conditional loop. Counting loop, we have a for loop, and then conditional loop is a while loop. So first we are going to talk about for loop. Okay, very, very, very important. We will be using it. You will not be able to write any program without this for loop. This is very important. Okay, so please listen very carefully, and if you have any doubts, you can you please ask me. Right? So the for loop of Python is designed to process the items of any sequence, such as a list or string, one by one. Okay, so it is designed to process the items of any sequence. Okay, so you can take any sequence and then you can do anything. Okay, for every element of that particular sequence, I want to do this particular task, Abhina. So you can very well go for a for loop. Okay, so look at the general syntax of a for loop. For variable in sequence. For variable in sequence. So here for is a keyword. So variable, it is a user defined variable. In, it is a membership operator. And sequence, so the sequence can be any sequence type. Now you should be clear what do you mean by sequence. So sequence, it's nothing but the data type which stores more number of values under one name. So that is your sequence. Okay, so for every value, for variable in sequence, what will happen is it will take one item from the sequence and then it will repeat the set of statements. You will be very clear when we start discussing about the when we write the program, you will understand much better. Right? Okay, now you just understand that for, it is a keyword. Variable, it is a user defined variable. Okay, you can give any variable A, B, C, X, Y, word, line, any variable vena you can use it here. And in, it is again a keyword and it is a membership operator. So there should be a space here for space, there must be a variable, there should be a space, and there is a in operator, and again there should be a space, and you have to specify from which sequence you want to do the task. You have to specify the sequence. Okay, and then what are all the statements to be repeated? Okay, இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம், how to make Python to repeat the task for number of times அப்படின்றத பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம். So what are all the statements to be repeated? Those statements you have to write it here. Again, this is a compound statement. So what do you mean by compound statement? The statement that should end with the colon, and the body of the statement should be written with the proper indentation. That is the indentation of minimum 4 space you have to give, and then you have to start writing the statement. Okay, so that is your indentation. What are all the statements? How many statements that you wanted to have? All those statements should be written in a same indentation. So this is the general syntax of your for loop. Okay, so now look at the example given here. For a is a variable, for is a keyword, in sequence, so this is a list sequence. Okay, 1, 4, 7. Okay, there is a sequence of numbers containing 3 values are there. Okay, so now what am I doing? I am printing the value of a. I am printing the value of a star a. So here there are 2 statements which are present under the for loop, print a and then a star a. When you execute this particular program, these 2 set of statements, it will be repeated 3 times. எப்படி 3 times அப்படினா, how many elements are there in the list? There are 3 elements, 1, 4 and then 7. Okay, so 3 times these 2 set of statements will be printed. So how it will execute அப்படினா, first a, it will take the first element from the list. Okay, how the for loop gets executed அப்படினா, for a in 147 அப்படின்னு சொன்ன உடனே a, it will take the first value from the list. What is the value? What is the first value? It is
1.
Now
1
will be present in a. Now with the value 1, it will come to the body of the loop. Now what is the value of a? 1. So print a அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம்னா 1 will be printed. Next print a star a அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம்னா
1 into
1 star 1, that will be printed. So 1 1 that will be printed. Okay, so after executing this statement, again it will go to the loop. So now it will take the second value from the list. So what is the second value? It is 4. Now a value is 4. Okay, with the 4 value, again it will enter into the body of the statement. What is the value of a now? 4. So print a அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம்னா 4 will be printed. And print a star a அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம்னா 4 into 4, which is 16. So when it execute for the second time, it will print 4 and then 16 will be printed. Okay, so and then in the third time, after executing this statement, again it will come here. So and then there is a third value. Now a, it will take the value 7. With the value 7, again it will come to the body of the statement, and then it will print 7 and then 7 star 7, which is 49. That will be printed. Okay, after executing, again it will go here, but there are no elements to execute, so it will terminate and then it will come out of the for loop. So this is how your for loop functions. Okay, so that is what explained here. A for loop in Python is processed as follows. The loop variable is assigned the first value in the sequence. Assigned the first value in the sequence அப்படினா a is assigned with the value 1. All the statements in the body of the loop, body of for loop, are executed with the assigned value of loop variable. இப்போ a ஓட value 1 அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு the body of the statements gets executed. Once step 2 is over, after executing the body of the statement, the loop variable is assigned the next value in the sequence. Now a, it will take 4. Okay, and the loop body is executed with the new value of loop variable. அதாவது it will take the value 4 and again these set of statements that with the new value it will execute the body of the statement. Okay, this continues until all values in the sequences are processed. Okay, so the same task, the printing task, it will be repeated for whatever may be the number of items that is present in a sequence. So இங்க வந்துட்டு ஒரு 10 items இருந்தது அப்படின்னா 10 times these two print function gets executed so that you will get 20 items printed on your monitor. Right? Okay. So here, when you understand that, you also note here that the for loop ends when the loop is repeated for the last value of the sequence. So in the printing, in the repetition, எப்ப முடியும் அப்படின்னா it will end when it execute. After executing the last value, execute பண்ணி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் இந்த repetition of tasks will get over. The for loop repeats n number of times when n is the length of the sequence given in for loop header. Okay, for loop repeats n number of times. N number of times. இப்ப n என்றது என்னது? What is the number of items in the sequence? So I'm having the item 13579. So how many times the loop gets executed? The sequence is 13579. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So how many times the body of the loop gets executed? 5 times. Okay, because I'm having 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. There are 5 elements in the sequence. So the set of statements will be executed 5 times. Okay, so whatever I have explained, so that is what explained in step-by-step manner. Okay, for a in 147, print a comma a star a. So first what will happen? Loop variable assigned with the first value of list. So a is equal to 1. A will take the first value. All statements in the body of the loop executed. Print 1 and print 1 star 1. So print, it will print the value 1 and in the next line it will print 1. Next, a will be assigned with the next value from the list. What is the next value? It is 4. Now a value is 4. Okay, all statements in the loop body executed. What are all the statements? Print 4 and print 4 star 4. So 4 and 16 will be printed. Next, a will be assigned with the next value. What is the next value? It is 7. So and with the value 7, print 7 and print 7 star 7 printed. So you will get 7 and then 49. All the values in the list are executed, hence loop ends. Okay, so now after executing all the elements, it will stop the execution. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Shall we go to the next?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now look at the program carefully. Program using string sequence. Okay, for ch in hello. For ch in hello. Ch for is a keyword. Ch is a user defined variable. In is a member operator. What is the sequence? Hello is the sequence. So for ch in hello அப்படினு சொன்னோம்னா print ch. Okay, first ch ல வந்து என்ன value இருக்கும்? It will take the value h. So h will be printed. Right? So after that it will take e. Next it will take l. Next it will take another l. At last it will take o. So it will be printed in this line like this. Okay. So here, instead of this sequence, you can generate the sequence using a range function. That is why we have discussed range function. What is the result of a range function? The range function, it will generate a sequence list. So here, look at the program given here. For x in range of 5. Range of 5. Abhina, what is the value that gets generated? 0 to 5 minus 1. So it will generate a sequence of numbers. Range of 5. What is the result of range of 5? The result of the range of 5 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So with that, x it will take the value 0 and it will print. X it will take the value 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it will print the same. Okay. So now look at the next program. So program to print the multiplication table. Okay, if you want to print the multiplication table, just in 3 lines you will be able to print it for whatever may be the multiplication table, right? Okay, so n is equal to int of input of enter the table. Okay, so for which table you wanted to generate the multiplication table, you enter that. Okay, for a in range of 1, 11. So from 1 to 10, I just want to generate range of 1, 11. Abdina, what is the sequence of values that gets generated? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 11 minus 1, which is 10. Okay, so that is the list of value that gets generated. Okay, so and then print n. What is the n value? 5 nu kudutana 5 into what is the a value? A it will take the value 1. Okay, so 5 into 1. 5 into 1 it will print the value 5. So next it will take the second value. What is the second value? 2. Okay, range of 1, 11, 11 abdina. What is the list of value generated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is the list of value generated. Okay, so in the list of value, A it will take the first value. Okay, and what is the n value? N value, it's nothing but in the multiplication table ni print pannumo and the number you have to give. Okay, so and then it will print beautifully like this. Okay, so the loop variable contains the highest value of the list after the for loop over. After this, if you try to print the value of A, what is the value of A after the loop? That is the highest value of that particular sequence. Clear? What is the output of this program?
0 to 19.
Huh? What is the output of this particular program? 0 to
19.
19. Now,
5, 10, 15.
what is the output of this?
5, 10, 15.
That's it. Okay, it is 5, 10, and 15. Now, is 25, 100, and 225, I star I, right? Okay, so it will print the volume. So how to generate the multiplication table? So n is equal to int of input of, enter the number. Okay, for I in range of 16. So print n, comma I, comma equal to, comma I star n. Enter the number. I want to generate the multiplication table for 17. Clear? Okay, so here the value generated is from 0 to 15. So I value, it will generate 0 to 15, that will be multiplied by 17 and it will give you the number. Okay, so this is the functionality of your for loop.